Hey, good morning. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me. My good, hold on a second. We got a little echo here. Let me just shut the echo off. There we go. Uh, 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 let's start again. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, January 13th, 2026, 6:30 in the morning. Here at Forex Smart Trade, we help people earn money through trading, and we do that by a couple different ways. One is we will just give you trades that you can copy that have been generated off of our very simple but accurate proprietary trading indicators, which I'm going to show you a sample trade. We've got a dozen different trade strategies. And if you decide that, hey, I want more than the few trades that we give out per day, we give out anywhere from 1 to 4 trades per day through our trade pattern alert program. We'll teach you to trade. And using these indicators, we'll develop a customized trade plan. And we are so confident in how well we can teach you that we let you trade with our money after you've been taught and split what you make. So it's a win-win for both of us. Our interests are aligned with yours. So what I'm going to do this morning is I've got one strategy that I principally trade with. I am going to see if we have a trade set up, and we'll take the trade together. Before we get started, we need to listen to this guy, and then we can get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
It's been a while since we've been together on a Tuesday morning. We had the last 2 weeks of the new year with Christmas and whatnot, so I wasn't. I took that off, and then I've had some early morning meetings. The last few Tuesdays, but I'm here today. Yesterday I was not around. We had an afternoon trade that I wasn't able to do. I was down in Charleston visiting my son, so we didn't get the afternoon trade or the overnight trade set up out. But we do. One of the things we do is we are very available. I do 3 live trades a week, which is the Monday afternoon one and the Tuesday and Thursday morning one. The company sends out does a live trade at 9:30 every morning. I do a trade at 10:30 every morning. On that trade, I don't really explain what I'm doing. I just take a look at the charts around 10:30, give or take a little bit. If I see a trade set up, I video it and send it out to you so that you can copy it. And then every afternoon around 4:15, I also send out the overnight trade setup. When you become a member, we've got live trades every morning and every evening, and we are big believers in anybody who's good at something has a coach in constant coaching. So we are always working at coaching, and the best way to get get really good at something is to have a personal coach who knows you, knows how you think, knows what you know, and can kind of tailor what you need to know so that you can excel quicker. I work off of a little checklist so that I don't forget anything, because I find if I don't write it down, I forget it. And right here in front of me, I've got my big notebook that I kind of write everything down, because if I don't, it doesn't get done. During the trade, I don't really take questions, but questions are how you get better, and we're here to help you get better. Just hop on, get on my calendar, go to forexsmarttrade.com/schedule, and schedule 30 minutes with me. The best way to start getting involved is you want to know who you're dealing with, that they know what they're doing. And we think that best way is just to start getting trades from us. So if you go to alerts.forexsmarttrade.com, we will start sending you out daily trade alerts when we see a trade come up that we think is going to be profitable for you. Last year they had about an 80% return. We charge for that, $99 a month. You can try it risk-free. If for some reason you don't like it, or it's not what I say, you can just cancel it and we'll give you your money back. I hold weekly office hours every Wednesday at 3:30. In the email I send out, there's a link that connects to it. Every morning, if you are trading versus just copying the trades, you should refresh your green charts every morning. If you are trading, you should every day, you need to go back and look at the game film, what trades didn't go the way you wanted, and try to figure out why. And those like little incremental improvements help you get better. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and that's what our indicators are good at, giving us the direction of moves. If we can figure that out, we can carve out a few pips and make some money. But news does impact currency prices, so we want to know what news events are happening so that we can basically trade around them. And I like to see what news is happening off of Forex Factory, and they break news down into 3 categories: yellow, which is low impact; orange, which is medium impact; and red, which is high impact. It's these red guys that I want to trade around. And this morning we've got core CPI information coming out at 8:30 on the dollar. So we will not trade the dollar this morning. I don't like to trade within a 2-hour window of the before the announcement. So we're within that 2-hour window. Other than that, we have clear sailing. The trade I am going to do is something called the 10-point trade. I like to trade off of a 1-hour chart, but some people like to trade off of a 5-minute or a 30-minute or a day chart. The overnight trade is taken primarily off of the day chart. On a 1-hour chart, trades tend to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. I don't like to take a trade unless it's worth 11 pips, at least 10, 11 pips. Only time I might change that is when we're doing a live trade. I know you've tuned in to kind of, get a winning trade. So I might, go down to 5 pips. But generally, I'm trading by myself. I want 11 pips. And I like to look to get into trades within 1 to 3 hours, or get out of a trade within 1 to 3 hours. This trade is simple in the sense that there are 3 parts to the chart. This middle section is what we call the majors and minors. This top section is the TNTs, and this bottom section is the pressure. Each is measuring something different. When the majority of lines from all three sections agree, we've got a high probability trade. So let's take a look, and I'll show you how I think about it. Now, I start with the middle section, which we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. So when the lines are down here and going up, that's a good time to buy. So that's what I'm looking for. Or when the lines are up here above the overbought line and going down, that's a good time to sell. So here we're oversold, but not all the lines are going up. The red and green are going up. The gray is going up, but the black's going down. I want all the lines going in the same direction. So I don't have that, so I'm just going to pass. Now, I know we said we weren't going to trade the Euro USD, but we'll still take a look just so that you can see if we see what a good setup is, so that you can see what it looks like. Overbought. Everybody is going down. There are actually four things I look for on this first cut. One, that we're overbought, which we have. Two, all the lines are going down, which we have. Three, that the red line, if we're going down, if it's a sell, the red line's on top and the black line's on top. Yes. And then four, what's the slope of the screen line? Now the screen line isn't going down, but I want this slope to be greater than 45 degrees, and it's not. So those are the four things I'm looking for, so we don't have it. Pound USD, we started overbought. Everybody's going down. I got the double cross. The angle on the green line is a little less than 45 degrees, it looks like to me. Plus, it is I don't really like it if it's gone past the halfway mark, which this has. And I don't like it because it's going from a steep slope to a less steep slope. I want it the other way, to go from a less steep to a steep. So we're going to pass. We don't have agreement here. Overbought. Not everybody's going down. Approaching oversold is starting to turn. Not everybody going up. So nothing here. So I've cloned this chart, and we've got 6 more pairs. These are non-USD pairs. Euro pound overbought going up. Now, can I make 11 pips taking an overbought trade? Yes, I can, but it's just not part of my trade strategy. I don't, you really only need 2 or 3 good trades a day to make good money, and I don't like the extra risk. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar oversold. We don't have everybody going up. Plus the time of day, since we're trading on a 1-hour chart, I want one of these markets to be active. And right now it's evening at both of these markets. Euro Canadian dollar overbought. Everybody's going down. Double cross, reds on top, greens on top. Steepness on the green line is just a little bit better than 45 degrees. So I've got everything I like here, all 4 items. When I see all 4 items here, then I'm going to jump up to the TNTs and count how many of these lines are supporting the sell signal I see here. Thick orange is coming down telling me sell. Thin orange is coming down telling me sell, although not that steeply. The blue lines are inversely related. When blue goes up, that means sell. So dotted blue is going up telling me sell. Thick blue is going up telling me sell. So all 4 lines are saying sell. So pass the second part of the test. And then the third part of the test is, what's the pressure doing? Right now the pressure is going up telling me buy. So I want these lines either going down, or I want the red line on top of the green line. And we don't have that here. So I don't have agreement in all three sections. When I have agreement in all three sections, I got a high probability trade, so nothing here. Australia, New Zealand, again, both of these markets are offline now. We're trading on a 1 hour chart, so we're going to pass. Plus, we've got overbought and sideways. Pound yen, we're just reaching oversold. Majors are sideways. Euro, Australian dollar, overbought. Majors are coming down, minors are sideways. So I don't have everything I want there. So let's go to the next pair. Canadian dollar, yen. All right, oversold. Everybody's going up. That's number 2. Number 3, the green line is crossed over the red, and the gray line is crossed over the black. And 4, I've got terrific slope here on the green line. So I've got all 4. I like this. Jump up to my TNTs. 2 orange lines going up. Dotted blue coming down. When blue comes down, that means buy. So 3 of the 4 are telling me buy. I want at least 3 of the 4 telling me buy. And I've got very weak up pressure here. So I've got everything I want. When I have everything I want here, I've got a second confirmation step. That second confirmation step is to look at a full chart. So a full chart shows me just the Canadian dollar yen, but with different time periods. So here's a 1 hour chart, 2 hour chart, 4 hour chart, 8 hour chart, 12, and a day chart. Ideally on the 2 hour and the 4 hour, I want these lines to be oversold. That is down here. I want 2 hour, I want the lines down here. 4 hour, I want the lines down here. I don't have that. Both are overbought. In fact, this one, the 2 hour is telling me down, sell. The 1 hour is telling me buy. So I don't have agreement here. Now, in the slight chance, if the only time I overrule that rule is if all of these are going up, all the majors are going up, but we're not. The majors here are coming down, kind of sideways, going up. So, so here I've got, it's telling me sell. Here it's telling me buy. So we're going to pass. Not enough there. Euro New Zealand, overbought. We don't have the double cross here. The red line hasn't crossed over the green line. We've got everybody going down, but I don't have that double cross. And then, say I did have the double cross, I still don't have the 3 out of the 4 here. This is 2 oranges telling me buy, and dotted blue is telling me buy. So I've got the, I don't have the, I only have one of the lines telling me sell. A pound New Zealand dollar. All right, here I do have the cross. Red line's peeking out there. Slope is just 45 degrees. I only have 2 of the 4. Thick orange is going down. Thick blue is going up. So I want 3 of the 4, plus I don't have the pressure. New Zealand dollar, yen, both of these markets aren't actively trading right now, so we're going to pass. Gold, dollar, we've got, we're in the middle of the, it's turned in the middle of the channel. I generally don't, the only pair I'll trade a turn on is the Euro USD. So we'll pass there. Euro Swiss franc overbought, kind of sideways. Let's go to the next group. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. All right, this looks nice. Oversold, everybody's going up. Double cross, terrific steepness on the green line. 2 orange lines going up. Dotted blue coming down, which means sell, so 3 of the 4. I have got weak down pressure. What makes it weak is the slope of the line, but I do have the green on top. So I've got 1 point here, 4 points here, 3 points here. So all 3 sections are telling me this is a buy. So then I want to go to my confirmation step, AUD, CAD. AUD, CAD. Now we have what I wanted. Remember I said if we're oversold, I want the 2 hour and the 4 hour to be oversold. Oversold, oversold. I don't need the lines to be going up. I just want them to be oversold. So I've got everything I want here. I've got the setup I want, and then I've got the confirmation. So now on some of the trades, our take profit's predetermined. On other trades, we have to figure it out. So this is one of the trades where we have to figure it out. So I'm going to open a clean chart. And AUD, CAD. So it is just showing me the candles. And right now, looks like we're trading into a downtrend. And I want to see, so I want to put a little support and resistance in here. So I'm going to crunch up the lines. But we haven't been trading up here, so there's nothing over here to use to try to figure out where the support and resistance are. So I am going to support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. So you can see they seem to stop in here, over here, over here. And stops here, stops here, stops here. These lines tend to be about 30 or 40 pips apart. On the Euro USD here, we're at 0.1 to 15. So this is kind of a small one. So let us, how much room do we have to this? Since I want to get in and get out quickly, I want to trade within this channel. I don't want to go beyond the channel, because you can see, like, if I had gone beyond the channel here on the on the little uptrend, it bounced and then came back. So now the question is, so here's a downtrend, here's an uptrend. Is this a downtrend? So I'm taking a buy against the trend. I want to be a little more conservative on how many pips I'm going to take. So maybe we go to here instead, which is 8 pips. How many did we get down? 3 pips. So I think we'll go back and take one more look at the setup. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a 8 pip buy, 8 pip buy. So you can do that in your simulator, or if you're using MetaTrader, this is a demo account. So that was Australian dollar, Canadian dollar right here. So we're close to here. New order. Market buy. I'm going to right click, go to modify. 8 pips is 80. Click the little blue button and it does the math for me. And I'm going to use a 3-to-1, so that's going to be 24 pips. And then I click this big blue button and it drops the lines in there for me. And I want to just go back before we agree on these numbers. I just want to go back and look at what I saw on here. So I want to make sure I'm in the same spot. I want it to be on this candle, and I am on this candle. See right here. So we did a buy on the oops. It's a little big. Let's reduce this. We wanted to do a buy on the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Now it's the middle of the night in Australia, but it's morning time. We're going into morning time with Canada. So a buy for 8 pips with a take profit of 0.93102, 0.93102, and a stop loss of 0.92780. So take profit 0.93102, stop loss of 0.9278. I'm expecting this to close within the next 3 hours. If you want to trade profitably, best way to do it is find somebody good and get them to teach you. That's how knowledge gets passed along. You work with somebody who knows what they're doing. They teach you the tricks of the trade. They teach you, they've been doing it. They can share what they know. And it allows you to learn the hard way, which is by losing trades and losing money. That's far more costly. And in fact, sometimes when you lose that way, it's not clear to you what you've done wrong so that you can even improve it. Here, we've been there, we've done that, we've seen it. We can kind of point out if you're doing something wrong, what you're doing wrong, and why it doesn't work. All right, I will be doing another trade around 10:30. I'll send out that trade by that time. This should be closed, and we'll see you in a little bit. All right, have a terrific day. Bye-bye.